Wow, that's a good atomizer. Hey, how many sprays do you really need and how much is too much? Because apparently I overspray. Today I'm talking about spray routines, compliments, and why my number might surprise you. So stick around. G'day everyone, welcome back to Mr. Centric. You're with Mark. Yes, today we're talking about spray routines. This is a question I get asked a lot, and if you look online, you'll find all sorts of different answers. So hopefully this episode gives you something to think about. On average, I spray at least 20 times. Yes, you heard me correctly. But let me give you some context. My skin chemistry absorbs fragrance really quickly. If I only spray 2 or 3 times, people probably won't be able to smell me at all. So I have a strategic spray routine that I follow that creates a nice scent bubble around me. So what's my spray routine, you ask? It's a good question. Let me show you how I spray general fragrances like Prada L'Homme, which is not a heavy fragrance. I would generally go 2 on the top of each wrist. That's for me. 1 on each pulse point, 1 on each inside of my elbow, 1 light spray across each forearm, 1 on each sleeve of my jumper or jacket if I'm wearing one. Then I would do 3 across the front and 3 across the back of my neck. That's for projection forwards and backwards. Then I would spray 2 under my shirt here at the top of my chest. That's again for me. It'll allow you to smell the fragrance throughout the day. And then lastly, 3 across the front of my clothing. So it sounds like a lot because it is, but you know what? That's what works for my skin. An important disclaimer, don't do as I say, and it doesn't apply to all fragrances. For example, Fugazi Good, this one here, this is a rose oud fragrance, 4 to 6 sprays max once I cleared out my office at work with this fragrance. And then there's Tom Ford Ombre Leather, maybe 6 to 8 sprays. It's plenty. You spray more than that and you're not creating a scent bubble, you're creating a problem. Once I oversprayed this and met some friends in the city. They said they could smell me from like 20 meters away. No joke. They did say I smelled amazing though. As I've said before, spray count depends on a few things. It's concentration, notes, skin chemistry, and the setting that you're going to use the fragrance. An enclosed office, it's probably not a good idea for a beast mode fragrance. Common sense always wins. Another tip is if you want better longevity without overspraying, then you really need to moisturize. Hydrated skin holds fragrance much better than dry skin. Just make sure you use unscented moisturizing cream because otherwise the scent from the cream will compete with the fragrance. Now, about compliments, just because you're not getting compliments doesn't mean that no one's noticing your fragrance. Most people don't actually comment on fragrances because it's a subtle social feedback. If you really want to know, then just ask someone you trust, like a friend or a colleague or family. Ask them if it suits you or if they think you've sprayed too much. That'll give you that feedback you need. My advice is don't be afraid to test with your spray routine. Start off with less sprays and then gradually increase if you want. See what works for you, find your right number. But just spray for your skin and not for someone else's. My conclusion is that fragrance isn't about drowning out a room. It's about creating presence. You really need to know your skin. You need to know the scent. You need to know the setting that you're going to use it in. And that's how you get real compliments without asking for them. That was my episode on spray routines. Guys, I've shown you mine and I'd love to hear yours. So drop me a comment and let me know how many sprays you apply so I know if I've got a problem. For those of you who have subscribed to Mr. Centric, thank you so much. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and join me on this journey. Wherever you are, Please take care, smell good, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.